What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan. I'm BMX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have our first deck profile for the Digimon TCG of the 2.0 format. We're starting with purple. We're starting with purple hybrid. I'm loving this deck. It's really great. It's one of the ones I'm having the most fun testing, so I wanted to start off with a bang here. I've been really enjoying purple hybrid, and I really wanted to get this one done right out of the gate here. So we're going to get into it here. We're going to talk about the cards. We're going to go through the list and tell you what we like about the deck, tell you what could possibly be changed, and let's see what you think. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, without further ado, let's get into it here. Start off with our eggs here. We're running 4 of the Digimon. On deletion, by trashing 1 card in your hand, gain 1 memory. This deck has phenomenal memory gain, and you're just trashing cards that you can use for later in your trash and gaining memory, and you need to have 4. The last copy, of course, we play just 1 Demi-Meramon on trigger, draw 1, trash 1, because again, trashing in this deck is super important, and we do play the Uko package, so running 5 eggs is just more memory efficient. To start off with our level 3s. Our level 3s are not that important, but you do need them because you do want to see them. They help you speed up the deck a little bit. We play 4 Lugamon. We are playing EG Tamers, so you can trash EGs and then get them back onto the field. Having this guy here and gain a memory. And like I said, gain a memory, put EGs on board. You're probably never going to get the inheritable, but you can Digivolve on him with one of your hybrids. It just costs more and get his end of turn ability. And with the Cupimon, it's really good because it forces your opponent to potentially attack you and give you memory, which ends their turn, or you can just chip away at their security as well. So that's important as well. So Lugamon's a big help in the deck. We gotta have 4 copies of it. We run the Uko package, so 4 and 1 of the other guy, just because it helps you search, gain memory, and just speed up the deck by putting your Cupimons out there again and again and again, and then you just swing with these guys and chip away at their security. You can kind of turbo a little bit. So we have to play the Uko package. It's very important. That's all we play for level 3. It's just the 9. That's it. Getting on to the level 4s, which are the heart and soul of the deck. We play 4 of the new Loemon. Can Digivolve on Koichi for 2, on Kaiser Leo for 0. He is a 3 cost on a level 3 or 3 on any other tamer. He has the when Digivolving, draw 1 and trash 1 in your hand. When attacking, one of your Digimon or tamers may Digivolve into a purple or yellow Digimon card with the hybrid trait in your trash. So you can go into Kaiser Leo. You can go into your level 5s. It's really good stuff, and just really great. And then when this Digimon would leave a battle area other than by your effects, you may play 1 tamer card with inherited effects from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. That is really solid too. He's really good. He recurs you your tamer. So that's really good, and it's a little bit better than the on deletion play one from your trash, because it's just whenever it leaves the battlefield. So this guy's super important, and then the draw trash just keeps the deck going. So you gotta play 4 copies of that. We play 2 copies of the new Kaiser Leo. Again, Digivolves on a Koichi for 3, so he is super expensive, but it works out the same way because if you Digivolve on a Loemon, it's 1, so it's either you Digivolve into him for 3 into Koichi and then go into the Loemon, or the other way, it's still the same amount of memory. He's got retaliation as well as inheritable retaliation, then on play when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon, so he's got good removal, especially for, floodgate cards, like, especially with Shamamon out there now, seems to be like the best floodgate red card, but definitely deals with that stuff. He's very expensive if you have to Digivolve not on a Koichi, because on any other tamer he's 4, and on a level 3 he's 4. We also play 2 of the old Kaiser Leomon. It's got retaliation when you digivolve on a Koichi, and you can always digivolve on a Tamer for cost of 2. So that's good. And you can digivolve from another level 4 for cost of 1. It doesn't matter which level 4 it is. So that's why we play 2 of him. He's another Kaiser Leo name, and it's still kind of good. So we like to run 2 of that. I could potentially see running a 3rd copy of this, but I don't know if I would want to drop this down to 1. There's other cards I might drop down to 1 because I think it's important to have 2 of that Kaiser Leo. The new stuff, we have the Duskmon package. So he digivolves from Koichi as well for 2, and a Velgramon for 1. And the same thing for the level 3s and the Tamers. They're both 3 cost. On play, when digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, change the original color of one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers to one non-white color. So you can change their Digimon colors. This really helps when attacking because you can change their color to a non-color of maybe like an ace card that they would have in their deck. So if they're playing yellow, like pure yellow, you can change their cards to, you can change their guy to like black, and then they can't ace because they no longer have the color requirement to digivolve. This is kind of, it works kind of depending on what your opponent's playing. Like some decks, if they have this, the Koichi, they can still digivolve. Like if you do it to like an Imperial Dramon player with a Dragon mode on, they're still gonna be able to go into Fighter mode Ace. But if they have their Pile Dramon on the board, they won't because it just depends on the circumstance. So it's really, really good. So you got to know your cards, you got to know your colors, what they're going to probably be running in their deck. So you got to kind of have an idea. So you can change it to the best color possible to, limit their plays. Also, when attacking one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, may digivolve into a level 4 card with the hybrid trait in the trash with the dissolution cost reduced by 1. So this guy's great because you just digivolve from the trash. This is why you want to be trashing cards all the time. And it reduces the cost by 1, so that's really good. So you can go to your level 5, or you can go to Velgramon for free, or your level 5 for 2. You can technically go into one of your level 5s for 0, but we'll get into that. On deletion, you may play one Tamer card with a play cost of 4 or less from your trash without paying the cost. Again, really, really good. And this guy, he doesn't stay on the board long, and we'll show you why. So he always usually gets his effect off. Play 4 copies of Velgramon. This is one that I feel you could cut down to 3. So this is probably where you could put in another Loemon of the new Loemons. And this is what it is it digivolves for 4 on a level 3 or a Tamer, but it digivolves for 3 on a Koichi or 1 on a Duskmon. Of course, free if you use Duskmon's one attacking ability. And then on play, when digivolving, for each color your opponent's Digimon and Tamers have, trash 1 card from the top of both players' decks. Then for each card this affects trashed, this Digimon gains plus 1,000. So if you can potentially have 3 colors because you got white, yellow, and purple. If your opponent has a couple colors there, you could potentially mill easy 5 to 6 cards. The nice thing is it sets up your trash. He gets really big, really fast, like 12k and stuff like that, which is, you kind of want him to be, because you want him to use his end of attack ability, which is by deleting 1 level 4 lower purple Digimon. Delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. This works really good because it says by deleting 1 level 4 or lower purple. So if you're facing your opponent's Digimon, you can choose their Digimon. That's nuts, which is really cool. But you can delete him. Get your inheritable from Duskmon, put your Tamer back on the field, and if they have a bunch of Digimon on the board, you can blow their field away. It clears your board so they have nothing to attack next turn. So that's really good, and it's got inheritable retaliation like always, so that's really cool. Then that is it for level 4s. That's a lot of level 4s. That's 16 level 4s. But you need it because they are the heart and soul of the deck. Because honestly, you chip away with your level 4s. You don't really even care about your high end. Your high end's just there for a little bit more control. Onto our level 5s, we play 4 Rahihimon, the new one from BT18. He can digivolve from a purple or a yellow level 4 with hybrid, and it is for 3. Other than that, it's 4 costs for anything that's non-hybrid. Hand main effect by placing 1 Loemon and 1 Kaiser Loemon from your trash under one of your purple or yellow tamers. Digivolve it into this card for a Digivolution cost of 3, ignoring the Digivolution requirements. Doesn't need to be Koichi either, so just a purple tamer. So you can warp into him for 3. You just need the guys in the trash. Again, that's why we played some of the old Kaiser Leos. I would like to say Jagger, because it used to be Jagger Leomon, but yeah, Kaiser Leo. So then I have 4 copies of each, basically. He's got jamming on him, and he has when Digivolving, you may play a tamer with inherited effects from your trash without paying the cost. So again, super good. Free tamers. Cost 3 to warp Digivolve straight into your level 5 on a tamer. And then when attacking, once per turn, inheritable, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 per turn, which is actually really cool because it does work in combination with other cards in the deck really, really well. Lastly, for level 5s, we play 1 Jet Sylphie because you do have a bunch of yellow cards. And you can Digivolve a lot of them, so it's really, really good. So you can Digivolve on one of your purple, one of your new Loemons, one of your new Kaisers, for a cost of 1, which is really good, and then get recovery +1, which is always solid. And you can potentially do this in your trash because you Digivolve from the trash all the time, which is really cool. So Jet Sylphie's at 1 for a reason, because it's broken, so you might as well use it. For level 6s, we play high-end just control monsters like Venusmon. Again, you have a lot of, all your level 5s are yellow, so you can play a lot of good yellow cards. Play Venusmon for some control, when Digivolving, giving all your opponents, blanketing your opponent's field with security attack -1, and then them not being able to activate their when attacking, when Digivolving effects because of it. Always super strong, especially on decks that have security attack, so that's really good. We play 2 copies of Sendromon. This is where it comes in with the Rahihimon, because you can overclock at the end of your turn, delete your puppet, and then you have minus 3,000, minus 6,000, I believe. Yeah, minus 6,000, and then you have minus 4,000 from Rahihimon's inheritable. So you have a total of 13k reduction, which can kill a lot of monsters in the game. So that's really good. And then we also play 1 Bancho Leomon. Bancho Leomon's really great because he also gives security attack -1 when a Digimon becomes suspended. And minus 4,000. That's all turns too. And then you can also suspend one of your opponent's Digimon too to attack over. So Bancho Leomon's kind of cool as well for the deck because good yellow cards to go into. And the last one, of course, is 1 Shao Serafimon because D-Digivolve is king. D-Digivolve is just so good. It gets around so many things like partition and stuff like that. So that's really, really cool. And just having an ace is always really good. Plus, when an attack target changes, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5,000 all turns. More DP reduction, which is just really good in general. So we really like the Shao Serafimon at 1. Really like this lineup here. You have your control, you have your aggression, and you have your kind of just your counters and stuff like that. So that's really, really good. And then lastly, our level 7, we play 1 Ruin Mode because I like Ruin Mode a lot more than Death X. So I personally prefer this to Death X. You have all yellow level, you have all yellow level 6s, so it's just an easy thing and just more things you can do to stun your opponent. This deck has crazy memory gain, so if there's a time where your opponent can't get your level 6 off the board, this is just a good way. You could probably get more than 5 memory at the start of a turn, go into this and still maintain turn and just put more control on the board. So I think it's super important to have those situations when you can just stop your opponent from playing the game and potentially stall out for a turn and win because you can just chip away super fast. For our tamers, playing 3 of the new Koichi. He's got start of your main by trashing 1 card in your with hybrid or 10 warriors in your hand. You can gain 1 memory. So trash your hybrids, get them into trash for your plays, and then just gain a memory. And then when attacking, once per turn, you may return 1 card with the hybrid or 10 warriors trait from your trash to your hand. So that's really good because you can just recycle stuff you need in your hand and get rid of stuff you don't. Play 3 of the old Koichi, and then he's on play, draw 1, trash 1, and then he has the on deletion gain 1 memory, so he's really good as well. We play 2 Cracker Fang, basically as our memory tamer. He has inheritable effects, so he works with any of the abilities that require inheritable effects. You can play him for free with the Lugamon, and you don't get the Alliance and the blocker unless you use it on Lugamon, which highly unlikely. But I mean, if you had something big on the board, I guess you could Alliance the Luga with, say, like a Ruin mode, which actually would be pretty good because it would make it so you didn't have to kill the Ruin mode the same turn, so that wouldn't be too bad, and that would be kind of cool. And then 2 EG, again, because it helps you gain extra memory at the start of the turn, so that's always really good, and has inheritable effects and can play off Luga. 1 Louis, because we're playing the Ukamon package, and Louis is part of that, and it just helps you speed up the game, get your stuff out, gain memory, and potentially just chip away for game even faster. So that's it. That's a lot of tamers. That's 11 tamers. It's like a big tamer lineup. The Koichis are important too, but I like 3 and 3. I feel that's really, really good, solid numbers, because you want to see them, but you want to see everything. You want to see a variety of stuff to help you win the game. But and then lastly, 2 Jack Raids. They're really clutch in security because they stop your opponent, and just you trash a lot of stuff, so you can potentially gain 2 memory really easy with this card. So Jack Raids are really, really cool. So that is the deck, guys. That is Purple Hybrid. Let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think? Did I do a decent job? Do you like the deck profile? Would you want to play this deck? I'm really loving it. Just tooling around with it and figure out the best combos to potentially go for game and chip away as soon as I can. I do want to practice this deck because I feel like I want to take this deck to the Ultimate Cups in December, but we'll see how I feel once I start testing the other decks and feel which one is the right pick for me. But I love purple. It was the first deck I ever topped with at a regionals with Beelzemon, so I would love to play more purple. It seems like I always end up playing red or blue. But I really do love purple, and I do want to get a chance to play it more. It's definitely a more skilled deck, purple decks, and you got to know what you're doing, and you got to know the combos properly, and know what to trash, what not to trash. So it's very important to play it well. So that is the deck profile. Let me know what you guys think down below. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.